Los primeros haitianos nos decían, amiga, yo no comer tortilla, yo no comer tacos, no. De ahí se fueron comunicando uno al otro que ya se vendía comida haitiana aquí. Fue como empezaron a llegar. Ellos nos dicen, aquí es un pedacito de Haití, amiga. Mi nombre es Rosy Castillo y cocinamos comida haitiana aquí en la lonchería dulce. La mayoría de haitianos venían a pedir refugio a Estados Unidos, pero pues ahora sí que se encontraron con una mala noticia que ya no los dejaron pasar. Muchos decidieron quedarse aquí en Tijuana. Nosotros fuimos los primeros en hacer la comida haitiana. Muchos decían, amiga, yo no tengo dinero, no traigo. Les dábamos la comida también. O sea, los primerititos sufrieron mucho. Ellos sí llegaron muchos sin dinero, sin ropa, porque nos robaron todo y pues no traían ni cobijas. Y pues les dimos cobijas aquí. Ahorita ya hacemos varios, o sea, se hace el buñón, el arroz blanco con soscuá, manita de puerco en leguín. La mayoría aquí la comida es picosa, pues ellos sí comen picante, pero no como nosotros lo comemos. Su sazón pues es muy diferente a la de nosotros. Hay algo que te une, que es de tu tierra y que sabe que lo vas a comer algo de tu país. Muchas veces nos dicen, mi abuelita lo hacía así. Esa forma de decirnos pues sí nos entra sentimientos. Sí, los últimos que se fueron vinieron y nos daban las gracias. Le digo, no, le digo, con que yo esté a gusto, que ustedes se van contentos, con eso estoy bien pagado.
People need to understand that all of North America is indigenous land, it is native land. People tend to forget that there was a vibrant native culture living in all parts of North America. And food is really the piece that's going to help us move forward into a brighter future. My name is Sean Sherman, and I am a chef. I own the company The Sous Chef. So this is going to be 2 pieces per plate for these. Our mission is revitalizing Native American foods and re-identifying North American cuisine. We've tried really hard to maintain authenticity by removing all of the colonial ingredients like dairy, wheat flour, processed sugar, beef, pork, chicken, and we're just using a lot of wild game, a lot of the native agricultural heirloom varietals, a lot of the wild foods around us, and really making those plates that taste like a region. Most of these ingredients are very familiar to people, but the usage of a lot of the wild plants really talk about a place and a community. We prioritize purchasing from the indigenous vendors first because we really want to open up a lot of opportunity for indigenous people growing out farms or collecting things from the wild or raising animals. So for the big dinner, we're actually cooking this bison down with a bunch of fresh cedar and some bergamot. We will purchase from anybody raising these indigenous pieces because it is such an important part of the landscape and the history.
You know you want it.
As we travel around the country, we like to make dinners and foods that really represent those areas. What's great about being able to do these dinners, especially in non-Indigenous communities, is just to bring awareness.
This kind of food that we're eating today, like you're gonna feel really good when you leave here. You're not gonna feel heavy and weighted down. You're gonna feel energized and just happy because you're knowing where this food is coming from.
We feel like anybody across North America will benefit from the understanding of the indigenous food systems around you, and it's all going to help us move forward.
I am Leah Chase, chef and co-owner of Dookie Chase's restaurant. I'm 94 years old. I've been in this kitchen 71 years. Every day I come in this kitchen, 7:30 in the morning, I hit this floor, and I don't leave until we close. When guests come to this city, they know when they come here, they're gonna get a good bowl of Creole gumbo, they're gonna get some jambalaya, they're gonna get some good fried chicken. They're gonna get what I serve. The butter just melts in there and give it all kinds of good flavor. Every day I meet new people and they come to taste the food I cook. That makes you feel good. This place back in the day was a landmark. We became a meeting place in the civil rights movement. And so you had always Thurgood Marshall, Ernest Wright, all those big NAACP people. Black people knew they could come to Duke and Chase's and would not be disturbed by anybody. It was illegal for whites and blacks to be together, but they came here. This was a safe haven for all of us. I fed Mr. Obama. He was gonna eat the gumbo, and he gets the hot sauce bottle. Oh my God. I said, Mr. Obama, you don't put hot sauce in my gumbo. Now that gets around all the neighborhood. So they said, you told him good, Miss Dookie. Don't be messing up your gumbo. I was recognized by James Beard with the Lifetime Achievement Award. To me, that was unbelievable. Sometimes I said, I don't know how I got here, but it gives you energy to keep going. And my whole thing is to make this restaurant go. I want to be one of the best restaurants there is.
We all crave our grandmother's cooking, right? Well, what if there were a place that you could go anytime and get that home-cooked meal from anywhere in the world?
Mancha, 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 mancha.
That place exists in Staten Island, just behind that scaffolding, right over there. Meet Joe. He's Italian by way of Brooklyn.
My name is Jody Scaravella, and I own Enoteca Maria. We don't employ chefs, we employ grandmothers.
When Joe opened the restaurant in 2006, he noticed something.
Every culture was coming to the restaurant to celebrate these Italian grandmothers. So I thought to myself, how nice would it be if we celebrated everybody's culture?
And so Nanas of the World was born.
There are probably somewhere between 30 and 40 grandmothers from different countries.
My name is Habiba. I'm from Algeria.
My name is Lubov and I'm from Moscow, Russia.
Soy Rosa Correa. Vengo de Lima, Perú.
I come from Sri Lanka.
Bulgaria.
Dublin, Ireland.
From Armenia.
Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Each night there are two grandmothers cooking. One is always Italian, the other from somewhere else.
When they're in the kitchen cooking, it's a completely different energy. It's their day to shine. It's their day to show what their cultural cuisine is all about. You know, it sounds kind of corny, but they do cook with love.
And that feeling for Joe is about more than the restaurant.
When I opened the Enoteca, I was really grief-stricken. My mom and my sister had passed. It was comforting to have these grandmothers in the kitchen cooking, and you know, they would pinch my cheek and say, you want to try this? And at that point I realized that what we were doing was much bigger than I thought it was going to be. When you walk through the restaurant, if you listen, every table that you pass by, they're talking about their mothers or they're talking about their grandmothers. It kind of evokes a trip down memory lane.
We've been called crazy a lot of times by a lot of different people. We were coming with something that nobody had ever put on the table before, so people didn't know how to react. My name is Camila Seidler. We're in Bolivia, in La Paz, in Restaurant Gusto, where I'm the executive head chef. Gusto is a crazy restaurant on a mountain. It started out as a small culinary school project, and then we decided to go big.
Founded by globally celebrated chef Klaus Meyer, Gusto is a unique culinary experiment in social outreach. The goal? Proving that food can do more than just feed people, it can educate and inspire. One of the poorest countries in Latin America, but with an abundance of diverse and obscure ingredients, Bolivia seemed to be the perfect spot to set up shop.
The idea of giving something back in a developing country is where Gusto comes into the picture.
Gusto's goal is to train a new generation of Bolivians to cook, prepare, and serve high-end cuisine using only Bolivian ingredients.
Gusto en tres. Uno, dos, tres. Gusto!
Gusto is not meant to be a typical culinary school. It's meant to be a learning by doing institute. The education needs to come with care. You can't educate somebody if you don't care about them.
Mi nombre es María Eugenia Paza. Actualmente soy supervisora de meseros y también me estoy enfocando más en el área de sommeliería. Desde el momento en que se entra aquí, ves que todo es producto boliviano, que en ningún otro lado, digamos, lo han revalorizado esto, y ver que Gusto lo ha hecho. Gusto ha cambiado mi vida.
There's a lot of potential, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of pride. One of the big things we're doing is empowering people, yes. It's a movement that touches the whole society.